Hey guys, this is Chief here. Today I'm going to be talking about my Alice pack. This is my main rucksack and what some people would consider a 3-day pack. I'm going to be telling you what I've done to it, how I procured it, tips on how to use this, resources that I have, so just small things, how I've set it up, which might be different from some others, and resources that I've got for this. To start, and I'll say this in pretty much every video, I'm not a government contractor. I've never been in the military, SWAT, police. I'm just a concerned, prepared citizen, and I've enjoyed the outdoors, hiking, camping, hunting, and I've used these packs and a lot of my equipment through there to test it. And so I'll start on this video, I guess, on the outside. I'll go over the minor changes first. This originally was a second generation Alice pack. I only wanted this in Woodlands, and this is a medium pack. If I could get one, I'd probably get a large, but I've put too much time into the medium, so I'm going to keep it. And so I'll go over what I've done on the outside first. If we flip this over to the back, you can see that this is the third generation straps on a second generation system. Same with the belt. At first, I didn't trust a lot of this. These plastic buckles right there and right here on the mid bar. But as I've used it, I've grown to really enjoy this. I do still really like the old metal buckles. I trust those a little bit more, but these work really well. They're still high quality, you know, and they'll protect you for what they need to do. These pads, I thought they'd be a nice upgrade, mainly because of their camel pattern being woodland instead of OD green. So when I got these third generation straps and replaced the second generation straps on this pack, not only was the camel pattern a lot cooler and nicer, integrating with the rest of my gear, but also these are so much more padded and nice, as well as the cross section here. It works really well shifting the weight from your lower back up to your higher back and your shoulders. I'd like you guys, if you have time after this video, I will link it in the description, a video by Grunt Proof on how to properly wear your pack. He goes over your what he calls his kidney pad right here, how to properly wear it over your belly button instead of your hips to not allocate, but move more weight from your lower back to your shoulders by engaging your core, and how to save your back. It's a really good video. If you want to backpack, hike, you know, have a tactical pack, anything, it's important so you don't hurt your back. It's really nice. Overall, though, these upgrades have done pretty well. I enjoy them. They're pretty much the same as the first and second generation Alice, with the quick detach right here, so if you need to drop your pack and say a hasty ambush, you can. This, I don't know, I like the attachment system. It works pretty well, but sometimes if you're not careful, you'll put it on backwards. Literally just try harder. I do want to go over one thing I've done to the frame. On both of these sides, just over time and having a lot of weight inside, these rivets have popped out and broken. It wasn't hard to fix, and I believe here are the only locations where I've done it. Just get a small screw and nut, drive it through there with the drill, and then nut it. Use a nut to keep the screw in, and you're pretty much just replacing the riveted connection with something like this to repair your pack. It works pretty well. If I were to do anything, I'd probably just low power weld these together so I don't back them off. But honestly, that's fine how I have it. Just a small thing I've had to do to repair this pack. But the frame still works really well. The philosophy of why I chose this Alice pack over many other packs is because I've worked a lot with non-framed packs. The Alice was my first frame pack, and, well, not my first. I've used hunting packs that have frames for meat, but the Alice pack works really well It's lightweight, small. It protects your back a lot more. It makes it a lot easier to carry like 30, 40, 50 pounds. I believe this is probably in the ballpark of 40 pounds right now. Not much, honestly. But it makes it a lot easier carrying that much weight over distance because your back will just thank you so much. It makes it easier to move. I also like the history of this. I was able to get this one fairly cheap. I think I paid 60 for my second Alice pack and 150 for my first. Just sit around on eBay, hop up, marketplace, whatever it may be, whatever you prefer, and try to find these packs on the cheap. You don't have to pay a lot if you spend your time and wait. Same with the upgrades. Speaking of, I'll go over my upgrades right now. Starting from the side here, we have 2 canteens. I believe these are both 2-quart. They work really well. This one right here is the Safari Lands cover, but it's a very nice cover. I like these old insulated covers because, well, as I say, they insulate and you can hold water purification here. I have 2 of these, and I usually have a Camelback inside, but I've moved that onto my main rig, and it works pretty well. One thought of philosophy when it comes to water in a tactical setting, and I got this from, I believe, a man named Stoker, good guy. I'll put his content in the description too. One thing I got from him is to drink out of your Camelback first and then refill it with your canteens because you don't want your canteens sloshing around. And you can purify your canteens a lot easier than you can a Camelback. Though I have water purification in here. You can, if you have the older canteens, you can just boil the water in a cup. But if you have these, you can just purify it with a Sawyer filter or iodine tablets. So, moving on from water, I have in here all of my medical equipment. I have gauze. That's not all I have. Seriously, if you haven't done much with gauze, you need gauze, like a lot of it at that. You don't just put a little on the wound, like a little band-aid, and expect it to heal. Whether it be, you know, in the small case scenario, some guy scratched themselves or hurt themselves while moving, or even worse, you know, cut themselves, a gunshot wound, whatever. You need a lot of gauze. I'll show you how much I have in here. Let me see where I can put all that. As well, I have just elastic bandage, medical bandage. I have 3 things of that inside of here. They're in bright colors just so you can remember where your wound is and the fact that these were cheap in bright colors. More gauze. And that's the majority of this pouch is just gauze. Right here is baby powder. I use this as foot powder. You can also use rubbing alcohol. I've heard that works pretty well in drying out your feet, keeping your feet healthy. It's good to change your socks every time that you stop, every, say, 4 or 5 miles. And so, baby powder does good at that. It protects your feet, which you want your feet going or else you won't be able to move, shoot, and communicate. As a reference for that, let me grab something. These are Rothko imitations of the old issued boots. I put new laces in them, actually laces from the boots I'm currently wearing, but I tried to make these work. I'd say I used these for the better part of a year and a half. I tried to make these work so bad. I really liked them. They were waterproof. They kept my feet, you know, they had pretty good support. You see that you can't bend it too much. But, you know, I never was able to get them to work. They would always create a hot spot on my feet, and it would, after about, again, 4 or 5 miles, if I could walk, it was pretty impressive. I like these boots a lot, but you just need proper maintenance, foot care, and I hope these work for somebody, but they don't work for me. I had to upgrade to different boots, and again, just proper foot care really matters. Back to my pack. Again, from that little side tangent, more gauze. Oh, we still have more gauze. Let me grab that out. And so, none of it's off camera, that's good. But yeah, you can see how much gauze I have. That's just small enough to fit in here. Would not be a bad idea to carry more. And I'd advise, guys, keep a little, like, Write in the Rain notepad on you. Whenever you use something out in the field, whether it be a piece of gum, you know, you go through water filtration, you burn a newspaper, your lighter stops working, you have to use gauze. Put that in there as a to-do list of what to buy immediately after getting back from whatever you're doing, hunting, camping, hiking, whatever. Or, you know, going out and doing stuff. I won't say what type of stuff, and I don't advise you to do anything bad, but take a hint. Alongside this, though, with the gauze and the foot powder, I'm not a medical professional. I just use what's worked for me. So, you know, consult anyone else if you have questions on how to use it. I'm probably not the guy for that. I'd like to be, but I'm not. A tip, and it's kind of messy to show off here. Oh, this, by the way, is antibacterial cream in case you cut something open. It's nice to have. A tip, as I'm showing you right here, make sure you can easily pack back up your rucksack so you don't have to put everything in the utmost proper order. When you're out in the field, returning from, you know, your LPOP, whatever it may be, hasty ambush, whatever, you won't, even if someone cut themselves with a saw or with a pocket knife, you won't have time to pack this up all nice and neatly, because if you have to use this, it's probably a pressing matter. So get that in there. Another reason I like the Alice pack, a lot of people replace these straps, but I find them kind of nice because you're able to adjust it to whatever length you need and just buckle it on. Buttons probably do wear out over time, I don't know. So, I don't know, the buckle upgrade never is bad. I just like to keep the original buttons. Moving on, we'll go into this pouch. This is a lot of comfort right here, toilet paper. You don't want to have to use your socks, your underwear, your shirt, whatever it is. Just having toilet paper in there that you can use, it's kind of nice. Underneath that, I have random, you know, junk mail. I have lighters, Kleenexes, and newspaper to start a fire with, as well as these. I learned this tip from Grand Thumb, watching his videos. I find some good content there. Of course, there's some stupid stuff, but overall, I'd say he's a pretty good guy. Vaseline and cotton balls. You get Vaseline, put that in a bag. You get cotton balls, you put that in a bag, and you just smush it all together. These light very easily, even from a ferro rod, and they'll last a little bit, probably about maybe 15 seconds or so until you can get a fire started. Even longer, I don't know, I haven't done it in a while. I've just mainly done kindling and yeah, just stuff like that, because I don't want to rely on this. This isn't too sustainable in nature. Lighters, these are really nice to have as a backup, or even, you know, forefront, but I prefer a ferro rod just because it's more sustainable. You don't have to buy as many lighters as you can, like 2 ferro rods for the rest of your life. Ferro rods are harder to use, I understand that. Just get practicing with them. Understand how to make like wood splinters by running your knife across a little stick, and it'll work pretty well. And I'm not talking about environmental sustainability, even though for some that might be nice. I'm talking more tactical sustainability at night. If you do, say, purifying water or cooking meat, it's nice to still be able to 40 years out into the future with a ferro rod. All right. This last pouch here is what I've modified the most out of any of these pouches. It's mainly just random stuff in there. Recently, I've turned it mostly into water purification, and so I'll show you that now. So right here, I have a little cooking stove. I've always asked myself, you know, how do I pull my canteen cup off, since I have a Chinese Rothko one. It doesn't lock together in the back, so you can pick it up like a cup. I've always asked myself how I boil water in that and pick it up, since I've just never found a great solution. I picked this up at a local outdoor store, and I think this is my answer here. Just putting the cup on top, lighting a fire underneath, and letting the cup boil, get to boiling point, pick it up with a stick or paracord or whatever, or just leave it on here and drinking the boiled water after it cools. I like this because it has another form of starting a fire. Since you usually want more than one on you, I'd say about 3, just in case your ferro rod doesn't work, your lighter's out, and you can try matches. And nice fire starting tablets there. I like this. I haven't had too much use in this. I just got it about half a year ago, so. Nice rag to clean off yourself, whatever you need. This one's dirty, so I wouldn't advise using it for sanitary means, but nice to have. This is the ODGG LLC Range R card. I enjoy these. They're really nice if your optic doesn't allow you to range find inside of it, or you aren't good at guesstimating. It's nice because you put it right up to your mouth and you're able to look at the heights on here compared to, say, the average man, a bus, or a sedan, and range where they're at. So it's useful as a backup, you know, if you don't have a rangefinder. And here we get into water purification. This is just a Sawyer mini filter, I believe. This was about $15. There's not an excuse not to have one. These work well. They're really compactable. And it's a lot easier than having to start a fire or use more iodine tablets. It's good in a pinch. I enjoy these. I think everybody should probably have this or something similar, some way to purify water inside their kit. Whether it be just for hiking, you never know what can happen. About the noisiest thing inside my entire pack, little breath mints. As well, I usually carry chewing gum on me. And this depends if your, you know, operation allows, whether it be you're in a foreign environment where gum and mint isn't as widely used, or if they don't want you to leave scent on your trail, whatever. I enjoy these because when you're hiking, if, you know, not that you're getting bored and you're supposed to be shifting your mind somewhere else, but if you need something to take your mind away from the sound of your own blood in your ears, or, you know, the feeling of your boot repeatedly hitting the ground, these are kind of nice. I like them, especially if you have bad breath after staying out for like 2 or 3 days without a shower, or without, say, if I don't know, you ran out of toothpaste or something. These are nice. I like them. The only other thing I have in there I won't show, just because it's branded, but it's chapstick. Chapstick is useful. You don't want to lick your own lips after a few days out and start getting them, you know, raw and bad. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good. It's not great for you. Chapstick is small. You can buy a lot of sticks of that and use it. Lastly, you guys might be wondering where my food has been besides a thing of chapstick and breath mints. That's over here. These are the sustainment pouches. I got mine locally, but I know websites like ODGG sells them for about 20 bucks. I think they're getting rarer as each day passes by. I like them though. I thought this was just a regular small, like oval pouch, but no, it's not. It's tall. It works really well for me. I was able to build this exactly how I wanted it. Go inside. First thing, readily apparent, your e-tool, your shovel. This is some Walmart brand. I didn't buy an official e-tool. I probably will. This one's rusted. And I don't have an e-tool carrier. That's why I hang it over the side. I don't have enough room for one. They're probably nice. You should probably get one. But overall, have an e-tool. I don't care if it's a Glock brand, Gerber, you know, like, I don't know what the little ones that come in the green or orange package are, but they're Walmart brand. Just get an e-tool. Use it as long as you can. They're really nice, whether you have to dig a latrine or a little fighting hole. So yeah, there's that. Here we go, MRE. This one's used and old. I believe it's still good though. I've stripped everything that I don't need out of it, then duct taped it back up to save room. I have a flashlight. I like these. I believe this is another Rothco item. I wasn't able to find a government issue one. If I tried harder, I could have. I keep the red lens like cap in here. I don't think that's the lens cap, but the red cover. So if you're at night, you're able to discreetly look at your maps or something underneath the poncho so nobody can see you. Because if you take off your cover and it's just white, or if you have a little fire that you're sitting by and it's just blazing orange, even without night vision, you'll stand out in the night. And with night vision, you will too, a lot more. So the red lens can really save you if you need to check your map, check your airsoft gun for BBs. What else? I have got caught on the edge there. Small Gerber hatchet. I've used this one a lot. I really enjoy it. I don't know how I even got it. I think it might have been a gift or something, but it works pretty well. I have, and you'll see a lot on my packs, is I cover the carabiners with like camo wrap or duct tape or something. Mainly so it doesn't make noise clanking against metal, and so it is a little less reflective. And I have two more things. One is a pair of binos. These are not good. They are not a good model. They're really old, but they work well enough and for a small enough form factor. The main fact of me having these is I didn't have a pair that I would care to dispose at a moment's notice besides these, and so that's why I have them. Lastly here is just another small MRE type meal. A local store I have sells stuff like this, and so pretty much every time I go there, these are always on sale for about $5. And so I buy them, and I like them. They taste pretty good. They don't need preparation, but preparation always makes them taste better. But it's just something nice to have, whether you're, you know, hungry enough to have to eat something like that and this to sustain yourself, or if you just need a snack on the trail. And so I would advise, if I were you, carrying more food. The reason I'm not is I don't want to carry all my food in this pouch and have it perish, and so I'll pretty much just be adding more food when I need to go out and do stuff, keeping this as a last ditch emergency thing. But yeah, that's this pouch. Again, e-tool I carry on the outside. Zip that up all the way. I think that's about as far as that can go. Alrighty. I'm sure you know it's hard to do this with gloves on. Now, the last part of my pouch. Well, I'll get to that in this. Yeah, no, I'll get to that now. The main body. What I have inside there, I don't want to take it out right now because it's a pain to get back in. And so that is my modular sleep system. I have the black layer and then the Woodlands overcover on it. It fits pretty much the entirety of the main Alice pack. like insides, which means I can't carry my Camelback in there. I used to, but like I said before, I carry it on me now, so that's fine enough. But yeah, the main modular sleep system. On my person, I usually carry my Whoopee in case I need to make like quick cover or something to sleep on during the night. So I used to carry that in here, but I don't anymore. It's on me. Inside the top pouch, you're supposed to carry something that you need waterproof, but mine's deteriorated so much that I just put little bits of manufactured foliage inside there for scrimming. Speaking of scrimming, great idea to scrim your pack and your helmet. Make your silhouette a little harder to figure out. But on topic of that, I have these little connections all over my pack down here too. That's just so I can get a scrim, lay it over the top, and clip it in and make sure it stays on my pack. I even usually clip it through these buckles and through my canteens. I don't have it on now. I think mainly just because I haven't used this in a tactical environment in a while. Mainly just hiking, like I've said. The weather doesn't permit too much right now, and I don't have enough of a tribe to go out and do that currently during bad weather. So that is my main Alice pack. Like I said, please watch the video by Grunt Proof. I'll try to make it the top one in the description. It's a really great resource. It'll save your back, especially when using something heavy like this. So, if you guys got anything from this, please let me know in the comments. If you have any, tips on how I should build this out, how I should change it, please let me know. Just build constructive stuff in the comments for other people to learn from. I thank you guys for watching, letting me ramble for about 30 minutes. Good luck. Have a good one. Hey guys, this is Chief here. I'm in post right now re-editing the video, and I just wanted to put in a tip that was probably one of the biggest changes I've done to the backpack. Inside of the main body of the backpack, I put a small trash can inside of there, just a plastic one. So the entire cloth was just as stretched out as possible, and it was a uniform square shape. So I could fit as much as I needed inside of there without having to bend out a certain side of the bag or have an offset load. I know that worked pretty well for me, and I think it'd work well for you guys. I'd also consider doing that to my dump pouch, but I haven't yet. So it's just a small thought if you guys want to try it on your backpack. Have a good one.